Hey guys! Okay, so now for this segment of the glimpse into becoming a consultant, we're just going to talk about the basics. So this will be a pretty quick video. Just talking about the basics of LuLaRoe and what it really is with being a consultant. So LuLaRoe is a fast-growing company. They're new. I think most of the consultants that are seasoned, I guess, like the longest I've heard is like being around 3 or 4 years. So the company is still really, really new. And you'll find that when you're talking to people about LuLaRoe leggings or a shirt or something, if someone says, "Oh, I like that shirt," and you say, "Thanks, it's LuLaRoe," a ton of people are like, "What is that?" They have no idea. So that just shows how new it is and how fast growing it is. So currently, they only make 5,000 prints in each design. So before you probably heard 2,500, they bumped that up because there is such a demand now. But it's currently only 5,000. That's distributed amongst all the sizes, and then any style they pick. So any Randy, classic, leggings, whatever. So that's what makes them so sought after. And I would say that's one of the greatest things about LuLaRoe and selling is that it doesn't seem like competition. It seems more like a sisterhood. You'll see all the time on consultant team pages, girls posting, "Hey, I have a customer looking for elephant leggings. If you have them, let me know. I'll send them your way." And boom, you made a sale because they couldn't offer that, but they're not losing a customer either. So they're helping the customer get what they want, but that customer is going to continue to shop with them because they've helped them find what they're looking for. But they're also going to stay in their group because they know that they're going to have different prints and they're going to have different variety than what the next consultant's going to have. Depending on the style, depending on the style, you can make 40 to 60% as the profit margin. So you'll, when you join our team, you'll get continual training on building up your VIP group, how to book parties online, in-home, and how to really network, like I talked about, how you can network and connect with people to continue to drive those sales. And that's going to be the biggest thing, is learning how to either, if you choose to do primarily VIP group, if you're doing parties, how are you going to continue to book party after party after party? And how are you going to continue to get your VIPs to continue to buy every single week and get that demand in your VIP group and that excitement built up? And that's what we'll go over in training once you become on our team. There's, like I said, the Big Girls on Fire group page. There's my bigger team page, and then there will be our smaller team page as well. And all of that will have different training and resources available for you. And one of the greatest things I like about the company is that there's no pressure to hit a certain sale or to hit a certain rank. So if you choose to just do this to make a couple extra bucks a month to help your family out, great. And if you choose that I'm going to go for this, I want to cruise qualify, which is making $12,000 a month in sales at minimum, and I want to hit mentor in a year, or I want to hit mentor in 6 months, whatever your goal is, great. Like, I'm there to help you. I will help you every step of the way. Our team will help you every step of the way. And that's just what's great. But at the same time, I love that there's no pressure. So I worked my butt off getting up till we left for Christmas. And then we left for Christmas, and I left my inventory up, so if someone wanted to shop, they could, and I would let them know I'd ship it when I got back. But there was no pressure for me to do that, and there was no pressure for me to hit sales. I got to take off that time and enjoy that time with my family. And it is the 3rd of January, and I'm just now getting back into the swing of things. We've been home a couple days. I wanted to take a little bit of time with just my little family while we were home and just have a couple days to ourselves before I jumped right back into the swing of things. And it's been great because I don't feel the pressure of, oh, why aren't you hitting sales? Why isn't this going on? No one's following up on that. That's you to be accountable. Now, if you choose to reach out to your sponsor or upline or myself and say, "Hey, can you hold me accountable? I'm really shooting for this goal. I really want you to help follow up." I'm more than willing to do that. So there's as much guidance or as little as far as sales and what your goals are that you want, which is awesome. So on top of the 40 to 60% profit margin, there's also the leadership bonus plan, and it's paid monthly if you decide to build a team. So that's just based on percentage versus like it's posted in the files, and I'll comment below with more information on that. But basically, depending on if you were a sponsor, a coach, a trainer, a mentor, is going to be the percentage of the bonus plan that you're going to get back. So as you build a team, if you choose to do that, you're not only going to build your team, or you're not only going to get your profit from your profit margin, but you're also going to get percentages based on where you're at in building your team, and that's called a bonus check. So you would get your regular income from LuLaRoe off of your sales, and then every month you would also receive a bonus check if you build up your team, which is amazing. So the other things you guys have heard me talk lots about already, lots of social media training and business training from top consultants, and that's going to be in the Girls on Fire. That's going to be on our weekly LuLaRoe calls, and then there's going to be my bigger team Boost Facebook page, and then my team as well. And I spend a lot of time watching YouTube webinars and things like that on social media, because as soon as it seems like we've figured out how to get our algorithms down on Facebook or Instagram or something like that, they change them. So what can we do to make sure that our customers are seeing our Facebook page? What can we do to make sure that they're seeing our invite to come drop and shop locally? And that's things that I watch and that I study all the time, because I want to see what else can I do to change to make sure that my Facebook group or my Facebook event is dropping into their newsfeed so that they're seeing it and they're seeing it consistently. And so that's something that I'm big on training on and making sure that we're taking care of you guys and teaching you guys the ways on that. Sorry, I'm switching back and forth reading my notes. I don't want to miss anything for you guys. So, like I said before, you choose how often you want to have your in-home and online parties. Do you want to have a weekly online party? I do mine every Saturday and Sunday. It's just easy for me. That's what works for my family, and I like consistency. I'm very OCD, and I like having routine. So for me, having a weekly sale, like knowing that it's every Saturday, is good for me, and I think it's good for my customers because they know what to expect. Some girls like to just pop it up. So you might be, one day it might be on a Monday, and they might that same week have it on a Friday, and then the next week they might wait till Wednesday. It's totally up to you, and that's what I love. If it doesn't work for you, you can change it. And that's the thing is, in October, I canceled a weekend sale, and I just let my girls or my customers know, like, hey, no sale this weekend, but I was going back home for a wedding, and I wouldn't be able to like assist with outfits and things like that. And then I think I did a surprise that Monday or something like that, and said, surprise, I'm back, let's sell some clothes. So it's totally up to you. I would say the beginning, when I was starting out, my little guy, Ethan, was still pretty little, and I was still new to mommyhood and learning all of that, so I didn't book as many online parties. Come December, I was booking 3 parties a week. So, and that's what I chose. I knew everyone was gearing up for Christmas. I knew everyone was holiday shopping. I wanted to get those parties in, so I booked them back to back to back. And that's something that I chose. So, again, that's all on your end, whatever you choose. And I would say the last couple of things is just that there's the huge support system that I've talked about. So, all these different Facebook pages and training and groups like that. But the biggest thing is the girls that you'll meet doing this. There's so many girls that are on my team that are just peers that from reaching out, we've built an amazing friendship. And it's simple things like, hey, I can't get them, this invoice link isn't working, what have you done? All of a sudden you learn about that, right? And then they just become your friends. Or you're saying, hey, I need some advice, traction's slow on my Facebook page this week. And all of a sudden they'll say, let me pop in, and they'll just start commenting, oh, that's a cute top, oh, is that black? Ooh, I like those flowers on that shirt. And that traction starts popping into other people's news feeds, and it starts drawing up traction in your page. And that's just simple things like that girls are willing to help you out, and they're not just, this isn't a company where everyone's just out to drive their own sales. We're all here as a team trying to help each other, and that's something that I've loved more than anything doing this. I just want to make sure I get the last So let me talk really quick about quitting, in case you're wondering, well, I really think I want to do this, but what about quitting, right? You can quit at any time. there is no contract of saying you have to do this a minimum of a year or 2 years before you can quit. No. LuLaRoe is huge on, Mark and Deanne, the owners of the company, are huge on, if it's not for you, if you're not enjoying it, they don't want you stuck in something that you don't enjoy. Plain and simple. So what they offer is that you can sell back your inventory to them, and it's a 10% restocking fee. Now, if you choose to do that, great. You contact them, they'll tell you how to ship it back to them, and then you'll send it back and you'll just lose the 10% for the restocking fee. There's also the option of selling it back to other consultants at wholesale, and many consultants will snag that up as fast as they can, either for themselves or for their group. Maybe they're waiting on an order and they have a party this week and they can't wait on that order to get here, so then they'll say, hey, can I snag that from you? I really need classic tees, and I have a party, and my hostess is huge into classic tees. That's all she's been talking about. I want to make sure I'm fully stocked up. So that's another way. So there's always girls looking for more inventory to where you really don't have to be worried. And that was a huge relief for me. It was a huge relief for me to know I didn't have to worry about this if this didn't work out, that I wasn't stuck, because it is an investment. And what happens if it's not something that you enjoy? LuLaRoe doesn't want you to be stuck in that. And knowing that for me, was such a huge relief. So I really like to stress that to my girls so that they know you're not stuck. If you don't enjoy this, it's okay. It's okay. They will help you so that you can send back your inventory so that you don't feel like you're stuck in a job that you don't enjoy. And the last thing is the onboarding packages, and I will post those below in the comments. They'll also be in the file section of this group. Currently, there's 4 onboarding packages that you can choose from. And so when you start up with LuLaRoe, you are required to buy an onboarding package. What that is the inventory to start up the business. Now, after you purchase that inventory, you can buy whatever you want. As soon as you hang up that phone, so how it works is you fill out all the paperwork to onboard. When they call you, when your time comes in the queue and they call you, you let them know what onboarding package you're going to select. From there, as soon as you hang up that phone, you can go online and order any additional inventory you want. So you can pick the smallest package and then go order different styles if you want. You can pick the biggest package and still go order different styles or whatever you're thinking. The way LuLaRoe does that, or why, is so that they can streamline the process so that we can get more girls onboarded faster so they're not waiting as long. And with that, they also want you to be mindful. You do need a certain amount of inventory to be able to start up to run a business. You can't open a shop with leggings and Irmas. Like, it's not going to be successful for you, and that's why they do it. Now, let's say you start up and in the onboarding package there's Cassie skirts, and you say, I don't want to carry Cassies. Well, that's fine. Then once those sell off, or as they sell, just don't continue to restock them. It's as simple as that. And I really, really like that it's that easy. So you can always add more styles. You can do different things. When I'm onboarded, the extended sizes weren't quite there in the onboarding package. Mine was a little bit different than it is now. So I went on and I ordered all the extra, like 2X, 3X, extra large in the Randys and the Classics and the Julias and the Irmas, because I knew I would have a following for it. And so I wanted to make sure I had enough of that. And then I also went on and I ordered a decent amount of leggings as well. So you can totally play with the numbers, and you can do what works for your budget. And that's what I like. So if you want to launch with a certain pre-boarding package and then wait to buy more inventory, that's fine too. And so the other thing while talking about the onboarding package is that it is an investment. It is a significant amount depending on where you're falling in those 4 options, right? With that, there's different options for financing. It doesn't always have to be, well, I have to save this. Well, maybe you do, or maybe that's how your family chooses, or maybe you want to save the money to pay for it cash up front, right? For me personally, I didn't want to touch my family's savings to do that. We have a newborn, and he's healthy, but you never know. He has a reflux in his ureter, and so we basically waited out until potty training and see if it goes away, and if not, it could be something where we need to have surgery on his ureter. What if we had to pay for that? we do have great insurance and health insurance, but that's the kind of stuff I always think about is like, what if something like that came up and then I had to pay for it? I didn't want to touch my savings just because of that, because that's where we're at. We're still young, so our savings isn't huge. So I didn't want to touch it and then feel guilty if something came up. So for me, that wasn't really an option I was willing to do. So I started looking at business loans and then business credit cards. And for me, it just worked out better. I ended up going with a business credit card. There's 12-month interest-free business credit cards. That gives you a year to pay off your investment. There's also 9-month interest-free credit cards. I ended up going with a 9-month free interest credit card just because the cash back was better for me. So I get more cash back, but I got a shorter interest-free time. But when I found out about that interest-free credit card and I applied and I got way more than I was expecting in my approval amount than I needed, it was wonderful. It was such a relief. And to be able to pay that off at my leisure, I guess I would say, to not have to be like, oh, I have to hurry up and get this back into my savings account was amazing. Of course, I still have to pay it off, right? Because I'm like, I want free money. I don't want to have to pay any interest, so I have 9 months. So, of course, for me, there was that timeline, I guess, but it was way less stressful, I would say, on me and my family to use that option. And so I just want you guys to know those options are out there, and if you're looking into that or wanting to look into that, reach out to me, and then I can send you some information on ones that I researched and links that I used and things like that. And then, again, there is also the option of a business starter loan as well. So, below, again, I am going to post the onboarding packages in the comments, and then I'm also going to post information on the leadership bonus plan, and then you can also find both of those in the file section in the group. And then just be sure to comment below if you guys have any questions that you have or any concerns or anything like that. Otherwise, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.